Morning. March 8th, 2024 Best Baseball Player of the Year, 2013. Three guys: Miguel Cabrera, Matt Carpenter, Chris Davis. All won three categories, 2013. Miguel Cabrera, batting average 348. Slugging 636. On base 442. Matt Carpenter, hits 199. Doubles 55. Runs scored 126. And Chris Davis, home runs 53. Runs batted in 138. Total bases 370. Three guys. 2013. I'm giving it to all three of them for the year. Nobody else had more than three categories. That's how I determine it. Let's look at the years. Starting with, let's see, Miguel Cabrera. I'll pull him up here. You know what? This is the third time in a row he's won. He won 2011, 2012, and 2013. He's a Hall of Famer. 161 games. No, 148 games, 2013. The year before, 161, and the year before, 161. So he's an everyday player, solid guy. 148 games, 2013. 103 runs scored, I like it. 193 hits, good. 44 home runs, excellent. 137 RBIs, excellent. 348 batting average, excellent. Slugging and on base, very good. Slugging 636, on base 442, and 353 total bases. Solid year across the board. He's a Hall of Famer. He ends up with 3,174 hits. He ends up with 511 homers, 1,881 RBI, and I like this, 306 career batting average. Miguel Cabrera. I put him in my top 35. Somewhere in the top 35. Next guy. Matt Carpenter, interesting guy. 2013, 157 games, 199 hits, 126 runs scored. I like it. 55 doubles, only 78 RBIs. Not good enough. Got to get 100 RBIs. He bats 318. That's good. 301 total bases. Average player, Hall of Famer? No. Why? Well, he's been in the league 13 years. He's still playing. But in the year 2023, he's 37 years old, and he only has 1,225 hits. Not going to make the Hall. You need about 2,500 hits for the Hall. 175 home runs. 260 career batting average. No good. But for 2013... we'll make him the best player. Why? He had 199 hits. That was good. 318 batting average. Next guy, Chris Davis. Interesting guy. 2013, 160 games. Plays every day. Baltimore Orioles. 103 runs scored. Good. 167 hits. 53 home runs and 138 RBIs. He was a power hitter that year. 286 batting average. 370 total bases. Almost to the 400 mark. You know what's interesting about this guy? He's not a Hall of Famer. He stopped playing in 2020. 34 years old. He stops his career. He had 295 home runs by that time. Could have been in the 400 homer club, but he's not a Hall of Famer. I'll tell you what happened to him. Do you realize? Okay, listen to this. 2013, he bats 286. Okay. You know what happened the next year? Played 127 games. And he batted 196. He had 450 at bats and batted 196. It's embarrassing. Something happened, maybe physically, mentally. Baseball can be a tough game. So he comes back the next year after the 196 and bats 262. Okay, all right, respectable, 150 hits. Then he comes back the next year and bats 221. So his batting average is not very good. You know, the year he batted 196, he hit 26 homers. But in 2015, he bats 47 home runs and gets 150 hits. So he's on track, but he struck out too much, 200 strikeouts. Then in 2016, he goes down to 221. He played 157 games and batted 221. I don't want to knock on the guy, but his batting average is going down, down, down. And here's what really happened. 2017, played 128 games and batted 215. So he has a 220 and a 215 back-to-back. At 26 homers, okay. But 2018 really did it for him. 128 games, 470 at-bats, and listen to this. Sorry to report it. He batted 168. 470 at-bats. What happened? Something maybe mentally or physically? Because he had the stroke. His highest batting average was 286. He had 53 homers one year. But in 2018, only 16 homers, 168. I think he had a 0 for something. 0 for 30 or 0 for 40 streak. Not sure on the exact number. So he's done with that year. And then, as 33-year-old, he comes back, plays 105 games in 2019, and bats 179. I mean, he's getting enough at bats. He's got 307 at bats, but only gets 55 hits, 12 homers. So in 2020, he calls it career, plays 16 games. So his career batting average is 233, but he had 2 seasons under 200. And he's got like 470 at bats one year and 307 another year, and he's under 200. You can't do that for a respectable ball player. So Chris Davis, feel sorry for him, not a Hall of Famer. He called it a career. He had a couple of good years. He had a 53 homer, and he had a 47 homer. He had a 38 homer, and he had a 33 homer season. So he's got the power, but he doesn't have the batting average. All right, for 2013, we are done. Next video. 2014. Stay tuned. I'm out.